Bryan Danielson. While speaking to the Wrestling Classic, the wrestling legend confirmed that his contract expires before Allen, and he wants to end his full-time career at WrestleDream this year. The big one is when I want to make it to Wembley. My contract actually expires before Wembley, but I want to make it to Wembley. I'm not sure if I'll make it, but one thing would be a nice way to close everything for me to do my last match as a full-time wrestler WrestleDream at a Tacoma Dome. Because that's the very first wrestling show I ever saw it. Danielson has his heart set on retiring from full-time competition this October. Danielson seems to imply that he'll be staying part-time, yet that doesn't necessarily mean he will wrestle, as Danielson could easily take on another role in whatever company decides to work for. Danielson is without a doubt a future WWE Hall of Famer. And it'd be wonderful to see the former Wrestlemania one day. This seems likely, as Danielson and WWE still maintain a positive relationship, and would make perfect business for WWE to honor and celebrate one of the biggest stars of the past 2 decades. Bobby Lashley's injury legit? And despite rumors that Bobby Lashley's injury may be a work, it appears to be a legitimate injury. This is according to Sean Rossap, who answered a Fightful question regarding the almighty "yeah, they knew he was injured, so him being removed isn't necessarily a big surprise within the company." Lashley appeared set for a feud with Carmelo Hayes. However, depending on the severity of Lashley's injuries, this feud may have been postponed until Lashley is cleared to return. A huge injury curse is sweeping WWE currently. Lashley is the latest name to join a list of elite talents. On the sidelines, Braun Strowman returned to WWE a number of weeks ago, and now it looks like Strowman has received all clear to wrestle. Strowman worked as a babyface and defeated Shinsuke Nakamura. It looks like Strowman is set for a strong singles push up the card over on the Red Brand. The WWE made the bold decision to have certain matches for the King and Queen of the Ring take place at live events. Last night, LaKnight and Tiffany Stratton won their respective matchups and subsequently advanced to the next round of the tournament. LaKnight will take on Tama Tonga in the next round, while Stratton will take on Bianca Belair. One of the criticisms directed towards WWE for doing the tournament matches on live events was that footage of them wouldn't be made available to fans. However, this isn't the case, as WWE have been sharing clips on their socials. So it's been confirmed that the matches were filmed and highlights are likely to be shown on SmackDown next week. What you guys make of the WWE's move to have tournament matches take place on live events? Becky Lynch leaving WWE, resigning Women's World Champion. Becky Lynch still hasn't resigned with the WWE. This news comes courtesy of Fightful. Select to a reporting. Fightful Rossap has confirmed that Lynch is still on a previous contract and has not signed a new deal despite being Women's World Champion. They've been ongoing conversations regarding a new deal. However, Becky's contract with WWE is roughly up in 3 weeks. Becky Lynch is scheduled to defend the Women's World title at the King and Queen of the Ring against Liv Morgan. Just before her contract is set to expire, WWE are continuing to assign top stars to new deals at the very last minute, which is a risky move. To resigning world champion for the women's division being named that could legally walk away in 3 weeks is kind of crazy. And a collective opinion on X this weekend is that Lynch will resign. Nothing is ever a certainty, especially when it comes to wrestlers. An interesting element of this story is that it would have made sense for Lynch to sign a new deal at the same time as a husband Rollins. So this heavily implies that Lynch is still undecided on what she wants to do in terms of staying or leaving in WWE. WWE PL moving back to Sunday. A WWE switching to Saturday PL was moved. That was welcomed by fans. Saturday place just make much more convenient for the fans, especially when the show is airing at an unsociable hour due to their international locations. Unfortunately, appears that WWE and TKO could be implementing new plans to switch WWE PL back to Sundays, according to Dana White on the Media Podcast. WWE PL will be taking place on Sunday, whereas UFCPs will take place on a Saturday. As things stand, not a single future PL is set for a Sunday other than WrestleMania. So hopefully this is just something that's being discussed. WWE and TKO. Nick Khan has previously stated that Saturday Plus have been a major success for WWE, so it'd be an unusual move to abandon this and revert to the traditional day. It's likely that they don't want to clash UFC and WWE events on the Saturday. This is completely understandable from a business perspective. The easiest way to avoid this is by simply not booking them on the same day. It doesn't appear that complex of an issue though. Cody Rhodes vs Logan Paul title v title AC Rhodes vs Logan Paul is now official for King and Queen of the Ring in 2 weeks. There appears to be some confusion though regarding whether the match is a title versus title match, a match just for WWE title, or a non-title matchup. But this is what WWE are saying on the matter. A whole new era of WWE. The social media sensation, however, has claimed that he is the reason for WWE's recent success and it has nothing to do with Rhodes. Now title holder will battle title holder. To see which one of those things is true now, this obviously doesn't clear things up in WWE's digital show SmackDown Lowdown, simply advertisement match as a champion v champion encounter and didn't mention a title being up for grabs. Corey Graves on SmackDown did state that the match was for RHS's WWE title, yet that isn't clear in the advertising or marketing for the match. RHS has been tweeting out and teasing that he's coming for the US title. So if the match isn't for Logan's title, then this makes little sense. Hopefully, more info will be made available next week when the two sign the contract for the premium live event. It was previously reported that WWE have no significant plans for Rads until Roman Reigns or The Rock return to TV. In Rads vs Logan is match that it's just come out of virtually nowhere. This should be an excellent showcase for both men and it's likely going to be the main event of the show. Steve Ruin, who was a senior director for WWE, is now gone from the company. He was with WWE for 26 years. Rifle Select confirmed that Steve Rubin is gone from WWE. Ruan was a senior director TV event relations at WWE. He'd been with the company for a full 26 years, starting out as a production assistant and working his way up through the company. Additionally, Fightful Select and PW Insider are both reporting that Michael Len has also exited the company. Len was a vice president of international events and general manager of emerging markets for years.